So that's a good one. That's a really good one because the Boerboel is like a lot of the Molossers, like the Connie Corso. It traveled with the or like the Europeans, as the settlers sailed the seven seas. This is like they had the Roman Molossers. These dogs was the dog of war. These was the gladiator dogs, right? And these was the dogs that they probably. The dog is like been like a status symbol, right? So they carry these dogs. This is my dog. He's in valor. He got armor and everything, right? So this the dog that they took with them, and then they had they was, this was, colonial times where they settled in the lands and then they slaughtering folks. You know what I'm saying? And they could be risk. They at risk of being slaughtered. So they got to have a dog with them everywhere that they went. When they came to America, they brought the bulldogs. They brought the English, mastiff. When they went to every different area that they went to, that they settled, they had dogs with them. Dog been alongside man since before Christ, right? So this is something that we just evolved alongside with the dog. So
Right.
when they settled in South Africa, they had their own version of the Molosser, and it was like the Bullenbazers, So and then the way that this dog developed, you got the native South African dog. It's an Africanus. It's like a stray, and then they interbred with those dogs. They got a lot of different dogs, but it arrived out of purpose. We have these certain predators that put us at risk. So they have like a hyena. This dog is equipped to deal with hyenas, baboons, lions. Certain they capable of defense, and this represent an obstacle to overcome when you happen to if you're trying to get some goods, you're trying to prey on predators preying on the livestock, so on and so forth. So this dog has developed and derived out of necessity, right? So in South Africa, they say it's the lion hunter. That's not as 100% true because if you think about a lion hunter, this dog is too big to actually be a hunter. It's more of a protector. It's more of a companion, right? It's like a sense of security, like ADT. with
Right.
the So if you're talking about a hunter, if you look at a hunting dog, that's the Rhodesian Ridgeback. That's the hunting variety, the South African hunting variety of dog. Those dogs is very different. It's more agile. It's more alert. It's intelligent. It's decisive. Right. This dog is moving all around. He's tactical. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to be skilled, and
Right.
he got to be like very aware because you're talking about you going up against some dangerous threats. So it's not necessarily a hunter. You got in every society have a hunting variety and it's got a protection variety. You see what I'm saying? So like we got hound dogs. We got a variety of hounds, coon
Right.
dog, tree and walkers. You know what I'm saying? We got mastiff, we got Dobermans, we got
Terriers. Right.
terriers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We using and that's where I feel like we be overlooking the dog purpose. But I'm glad that you asked me that because the Boerboel has a unique history and it goes back to the dogs in Egypt. For real is what I'm finding out.
Okay.
And they try to often discount, the fact that they had those dogs was already there, and that's what I believe makes them really special, because it has this dog that's the native to South Africa. There's a harsh climate, and it survived in the streets. The African canis dog is basically a stray. It's just a brown dog, like a dingo.
Right.
And this dog is intermixed with the Boerboel. So what happens is now you got a Boerboel with the Mastiff, and you have this native dog that survived through it all. That's been going through everything that South African can throw at it, and in a harsh climate, rare doesn't have food. It's surviving in the streets, right? But this dog is surviving without the intervention of the vet. You understand that they reproducing naturally. They reproducing in the streets. They not getting no dog food, right? And they still very purposeful. You know, so when you mixing that, when you breed that, it's kind of like the survival of the fittest then kicked in. That struggle. That dog is surviving the struggle. And he have survived the struggle. He have proven that he have what it takes in order to be able to be successful in this type of atmosphere. So when you start talking about a dog like that, and then you mixing it in with the mastiff, now you got a super dog. You see what I'm saying? Because the mastiff have all these shortcomings. The mastiff have basically lost its purpose, its function. It's not able to run and do the things that it was originally designed to do. It's not a defender. It's not a protector. Most mastiff breeds. But when you got the South African Boerboel, it's developed with this dog that arrive out of the struggle. You see what I'm saying? So it have everything that it and everything that it needs in order to survive. And
Right.
so that purpose, that gives it a different, like a little twist, because the dogs have to be alert. If you're surviving in the struggle, your senses is all what your senses is heightened, right? You have to have because you relying on your eyesight, you relying on your sound, you relying on your nose to survive. You see, you're not being coddled. You're not being supplemented all of these different ways, like a lot of these different pure breeds and today. And I think that's what makes the Boerboel robust and hardy.